Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out at Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. And again, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3 quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. To throw on 3rd down. Galloway, he's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And on now is the punter. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on me.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On first down, Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story as he was approaching 19 miles an hour on that one. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football, because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit. And they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Operating from the gun, Galloway. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. On 3rd down, Galloway. And the Chiefs are going to get him. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Shoves him aside and bulldozing his way through. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes finding Edwards-Helaire once again. Short completion, just 4 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Now it's Mahomes again. And going deep for Hill. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now for the point after. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Here we go.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Hands it off out of the gun. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Here's a handoff out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Galloway. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. To throw on third down, Galloway. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Pulls it in at the 13. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Out comes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Mahomes to throw once more. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Mahomes to throw. Being chased out left. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Get ready.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You don't want me.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we are at halftime here on Halloween.
As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. Looking to throw. Galloway. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now here's Mahomes. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 1st down, Galloway.
Open man right side is Tony.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st and 10, Galloway. And it's incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Galloway. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mahomes going to throw. That one complete to Hill. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And Thomas seems to be in some pain. He's still on the ground. We'll check on his status when we get back.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Throwing on 1st down. Galloway. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a throw here, hauled in. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Galloway. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll take his shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A big play there. his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Beats have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Mahomes now on 1st down. In trouble, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Mahomes' throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Calling a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And this one is right through. And they double them up here. That makes our score 20-10.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw. Galloway. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed, and the Chiefs are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. 1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Edwards-Helaire now off the option. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it fly. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Galloway. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one incomplete. A 50-50 ball in the end, nearly intercepted. And now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And I tell you what, one thing that you and I featured as a storyline was that they were facing the NFL's #1 defense coming in, and they really took it right to them.
Yeah, they didn't blink, did they? And instead of just saying to themselves, let's make sure that we minimize our mistakes and try and play a conservative-type game, they attacked right from the beginning. Said, we got to go after these guys. I think sometimes you take the #1 rated defense by surprise when you do that.
So for the Chiefs, they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule.
And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington.